to a program like Boise State?
Well, I've gotten pretty used to it from the spring, but it's just like getting used to the speed and all the play calls and all the signals. And now that I'm getting used to it, I'm just like trying to perfect it and don't second guess myself.
Obviously, coming from a JC, you want to come in and contribute early, and I know obviously the coaches here have had a lot of high praise for you, whether it's receiving, kick, return game. How have you kind of taken on that, knowing that there's some expectations on you right away?
I just feel like if they trusted me, then I should trust in myself. So then I'm going to do what they want me to do, and then also help my team succeed and help everyone else push me. Everyone around me pushes me also.
How much of a boost was that? Was what you were able to accomplish in spring ball?
Well, it was just like it was good, like to actually learn the plays now. Like coming out in the fall, knowing that I've actually like learned, it felt pretty good knowing the plays without having to ask Brett every time.
Did you feel like maybe you accomplished a lot in the spring, that you were able to do what you wanted to do?
I don't think I got to play as full speed as I wanted to, like without knowing the offense yet. But it's gotten much better now.
Is that one of the reasons you came here? I mean, did they tell you that if you came in and performed, that there was a lot of playing time available? I mean, was that one of the reasons why you wanted to have the chance maybe to come in and be a key player right away?
Well, no, I just came on my visit, and I liked the coaching staff, and I liked how when I hung around the guys, I was like, it was compared to nowhere else, so that's why I decided to come here.
As a wide receiver, when you are kind of considering where you're going to go, do you look at the quarterback that might be, the current quarterback at that university? And if so, what do you think of Brett Rippon as you were kind of being recruited?
Yeah, I thought about that. I talked to my dad. He has some experience with this, and I talked to him a couple times about the quarterback position. And then also Coach Adams, I liked him as a coach, so that played a big part also.
When Coach Adams is saying that he'd find you in the film room and he wouldn't even know that you're in there and you're kind of working the board all by yourself, where'd you get that work ethic from, and what's the motivation to do that, I guess?
Well, it just really came from the drive of not getting yelled at practice, so then I figured that I had to get in there and learn the plays. So that's pretty much where it came from, and I wanted to get out there and know what I was doing.
Was it overwhelming at all then when you first got here, or?
The first week pretty much was, but I kind of got used to it with the guys' help, and then Tom helped me a lot with him playing the slot, and I'm right next to him.
What has it been like on the depth chart at starter number one? I mean, did you expect to come in here right away and be a guy that could potentially start your first year? What were kind of your expectations coming in here?
Honestly, I wasn't really thinking about starting. When I got here, I saw the playbook. I was just thinking about learning, and then if I made the plays, then they would put me where I needed to be.
You said in the spring you were asking Brett for the plays. So what's most impressed you about him and your initial now a couple months working with him?
Well, he's pretty good. He just helps me out when what I need to do, and also the other quarterbacks, they just help all the receivers give us a signal when we look confused. So that's pretty much what it comes in.
Your dad played the National Football League. What advice has he given to you when you signed with Boise State?
Well, it wasn't really just Boise State. It was just football in general. He was you either perform or someone else is going to perform in front of you.
I'm sure Bronco fans will get to know you this year, but what's something that people don't know about you? You're willing to share.
Well, being from Memphis, I'm a real big city boy, so coming to Idaho, I want to explore some of the adventurous stuff, outdoors, because I've never really done that.
What have you gotten to do?
Well, with the team, we did Camel's Back, but I've never went up that high. And then Table Rock, we did a couple times. I've never been in the mountain.
Do you like barbecue then, being from Memphis?
Yes, that's probably my favorite food.
What would be your one, ribs or pulled pork?
Probably ribs with probably dry rub ribs, no barbecue sauce or anything, just dry rub.
The opportunity you have here, I mean, how excited are you? You have a chance to come in. You said you didn't know what the expectations were going to be, but we see you running with the ones and stuff. You have a chance to be a key contributor. I mean, is it a pretty exciting feeling so far?
It's pretty fun. I remember when I came on my visit, seeing the crowd, how they were so into it. I just want to be in my teammates' shoes now that I'm actually going to be running with them. I want to see how that feels.
How would you kind of describe yourself as a receiver? Obviously, you're one of the bigger guys out there. How would you kind of describe your pros?
Well, the guys say all the time I'm kind of fast, so I guess it would be a speed receiver, I guess. But I haven't really played receiver that long, so I haven't really figured that out.
You were a quarterback in high school, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you been playing receiver then total? Was it when you moved to JC?
This will be my third season playing receiver.
So you feel like you're still kind of picking it up, or?
Yeah, that's another reason why I came here. Adams said that he would teach me the game and what I needed to know. So that's another reason that I chose Boise State.
I guess growing up in Memphis, when did Boise State might have not been on your radar there. When did kind of their name start getting more and more, get more clout to you and make your decision to come here?
Yeah, I just knew of Boise as the blue field, but when I was at JC, one of my coaches was really good friends with one of the old coaches here, so that's how I kind of got tied in with Boise State.
I want to ask about Tommy Stewart too. You know, what's it been like working with him? And the coach said he maybe had his best summer yet.
Yeah, Tommy, I really like the way he throws the 9-ball, and that's probably my favorite route, the deep ball. And then he also helps me on the plays a lot, just telling me the signals. And then his energy at practice when like we score a touchdown is like pretty much better than anybody.
Being a quarterback, you ever give him tips?
No, he's. I'm not gonna. I wasn't really that good at quarterback throwing wise. I was more of a runner.
You said that you only been playing the position for a few years. I mean, how much do you like it?
It's fun. Honestly, like when I first moved to receiver at JC, I just went into it like treating it like on 7-on-7 all the time because I play receiver 7-on-7 when I'm at home. So then I just treated it like that, and so then I just had to learn the physical part of it.
Not getting to go play Division I football immediately, or you had to go the JC route. I mean, how did that impact you? And you kind of look around this place, and it's probably quite a bit different than JC ball.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, I went there with my best friend, but it teaches people how to be humble. And like when you come here, people may just be like, "Oh, it's just another place." But to me, it's like I see something new every day, and it's just like this is what I've been working for.
How did you end up at a JC?
ACT score.
Okay.
I didn't make it right out of high school, so then I chose Coffeyville.
How much has that kind of turned around after that? Just in terms of.
Well, my mom was just like, well, you got to do some things to get somewhere. So pretty much it was a setback to come back to what I wanted.
I know that they said that Boise State was kind of recruiting you at the same time. They were trying to recruit Austin Cottrell, and just due to who was a qualifier or not, they went Austin's way. So how'd you build a relationship with Boise State? And it seemed like there might have been a couple highs and lows for you in that process.
I thought I was a qualifier, and then we went back through all the paperwork, and then I wasn't, so I had to go back for another season. And then I just came up here, really fell into the register with the coaches, and then I just was constantly in contact with them, and it just built from there.
We talk with guys like Chaz Anderson, and he says one of your best attributes is your ball skills, and it's. He says it's kind of something you're born with. It's hard to teach those things, and considering you've only been playing the position now for a couple of years, do you feel like you were born to play this position?
Well, I really because I played baseball, so that's really was another thing that helps me with football. But with me and Chaz, we just compete all the time because we actually built a real strong relationship. So we just compete on who has the best catches.